Hey everyone, today is Monday, July 4th, so happy Independence Day to all the American viewers out there. The time is 1:25 p.m. and the temperature is around 23 degrees Celsius. And I'm here on University Avenue, and that is Queen Street West, just to the north of here. Apparently the park hours here are 5:30 a.m. to midnight, and you may not erect a tent or structure or camp in this park. And there's a look south, and that's a statue of Adam Beck, whom I don't know anything about, just in front of me there. And I apologize for the messy state of my hair. I just rode down to this area on my e-bike. And as I usually do, I had a helmet on. And I brought my e-bike into a local shop for an adjustment. And I thought, since I might have some time to kill, I should bring my camera with me. And they told me it would take about an hour to get my bike fixed up, which I think is pretty good because a lot of places in my area said they have a backlog of several days for just even basic work to be done. So this is west on Queen Street West. And for this one, I'm just going to head west along Queen, and then when I get to Spadina, I'm going to find my way into Graffiti Alley, and we'll explore through there. It's been a while since I've gone through a walk, or gone for a walk through Graffiti Alley. This is Simcoe Street. So this is a long weekend, or was a long weekend in Canada, but still is in the States. Friday being July 1st, Canada Day, and Monday being Independence Day in the US. So on this side of the border, it's pretty much a normal working day. And here is St. Patrick's Street. And the bike shop I went to is just a few blocks to the west of here. It's called Repair and Run.
This is not what I've heard about.
And they fixed the brakes on my other e-bike. On this one, it's the brand new one. And I put it together, but there's a bit of a wheel rub between the front wheel and the front disc brake. It's not too uncommon on a new build. I'm just not handy enough to fix that sort of thing myself. There's the 501 Queen streetcar, and that one is eastbound. That'll be heading all the way to Neville Park at the end of the loop. And a look south at the CN Tower. Queen Street certainly has a more relaxed vibe on a weekday afternoon versus a weekend. There's the old home of City TV, now home to CTV as part of the Bell Globe Media empire. And in the winter time, I went to this place, the German Doner Kebab. And I actually included that in a video, and it was quite excellent. And one of the employees there recognized me. And I later ran into him a few weeks ago in the annex recording a video. And this is John Street. So this will lead you south through the heart of the entertainment district. And the second cup is sadly closed up. That's a bit disappointing to see. And just to the north of here is Grange Park. There's a Zara. This part of Queen Street used to be considered the cool part of town, probably going back to the 90s. But since then, it's sort of been over-commercialized and just become another main shopping stretch. And if you have an e-bike or e-scooter in the city, I highly recommend this place for parent run. A lot of bike shops won't touch your e-bike or e-scooter. Or at least not if they're not the ones who sold it to you. They've got a pretty convenient system of just going online and booking an appointment. There's a look over at Mountain Equipment Co-op. And this is Peter Street. So Graffiti Alley starts just to the west of here and half a block south or so on Spadina. Steve's Music Store has been a staple in this area for as long as I can remember. And the north side of Queen has much wider sidewalks along this part. Makes for more of an enjoyable stroll. here we go. Queen and Spadina. And this intersection will eventually be home to an Ontario Line subway station. There's a look southbound Spadina. You know what? I've got time. We'll go south here for a block and then I'll cross the street at Richmond and I'll head up to Graffiti Alley. So this is Richmond Street, and it looks like I just missed the light cycle, unfortunately. And turning left here will take you through the entertainment district. There you can see the top of the CN Tower. And north of Spadina, which is to the right here, will lead you through Chinatown. There's a 510 Spadina streetcar that will be heading south down to Queens Quay and then turning east and heading over into Union Station. And it terminates to the north of here at Spadina Station. And here is Graffiti Alley. So I think it runs between here and Portland Street. And it's always worth revisiting this area every so on. The artwork tends to be in a constant state of change. I think it was last year I did a video where I walked through here and I talked about the history of Graffiti Alley. And then I continued on to sort of a second graffiti alley to the west of here that runs just west of Bathurst Street. And I think all or if not at least most of these building owners have signed off on this artwork going up. Although this alley here never seems to change. And I think this was a spot shortly after Graffiti Alley became a thing, where there used to be a swing set hanging between these buildings. It didn't last very long, but you will find evidence of it online. Just search for Graffiti Alley swing set. Definitely lots of Instagramming going on here. This here is Augusta Avenue. Although it doesn't go continuously up through Kensington Market, it'll get broken up in the Alexandra Park neighborhood to the north of here, and then it'll resume north of Dundas. There's a new condo. Hopefully this is destined to be a canvas for artists. Not a fan of anarchy, but if this condo disallowed participating in Graffiti Alley, I wouldn't be so opposed to artists deciding to cover it anyways. I'm just walking my dog, singing my song. And again, that's Queen Street West, just to the north of here. That one is really cool. That might be my favorite. And this is the Alex Wilson Community Garden. This is kind of a nice little hidden Toronto find. And that is Richmond Street, just to the south of here. And we are kicked out at Portland Street.
So nice. Imagine that was where he lived. Like,
So this is now east on Queen Street West, heading back towards where I started. Still got about maybe 15-20 minutes before my bike is ready. There's how easily accessible Graffiti Alley is from Queen West. It's not a bad deal. It's a full pint.
Great fucking money for working.
There's a New Jersey plated vehicle getting a parking ticket. It's always a colorful storefront. And this is Spadina coming up again.
In the grave, and you don't want to go to hell. So if you come out from hell, you set yourself there.
There's a guy talking to himself on a microphone over in that corner. I apologize for the brief overlap, but I'm going to go south here down to Richmond. So I'll just be repeating one block. I try not to do this when I record, but I'm also trying to kind of weasel my way back towards the bike shop. And at least we covered all of Queen Street between University and Portland. Lot Street Lane. You know what? I think I can go this way. Gotta be careful for cars whipping around these corners. And here's a laneway. It's got a lot of art in it. And this is Richmond Street West. It's a one-way street going westbound. And just to the south of here, parallel to it, is Adelaide Street, which is a one-way eastbound street. And it's also got protected bike lanes. And back in the early to mid 2000s, none of these condos were here. This area was lined with bars and clubs. And the era of the large mega club came to a close. Around the same time, this area really started to become a lot more residential. And this is Peter Street. And I think the Repair and Run is just around the corner, but I got a little bit of time. I'll go east on Richmond for another block. And that style of e-bike, I don't think is supposed to be in the bike lanes. There's the Scotiabank Theatre on the right, which opened up as the famous Players Paramount. And where that linen chest is, used to be a club called Republic. There's also another really large club in there called Circa on the other side of the building. That was originally a Palladium. That's kind of a large Dave & Buster style establishment. And it's hard to believe that entire building is up for demolition. And there will be a movie theater in the new one they're building there, but it won't be as big as this one. And here we are at John Street. Something in my right pocket kind of clacking around. I'm not quite sure what it is. Hopefully the microphones aren't picking that up. Just north of here is Queen. Can we go this way? I think in that Graffiti Alley video I did a few years ago, I came through this way. Certainly got a bit of a gritty feel to it. Doesn't smell all that great. Mega Man. So if you're just tuning into this, which I guess would really only happen during the premiere, this is not Graffiti Alley. I went through Graffiti Alley earlier in the video. It's a Pocket 2. It's a mini camera. I didn't know. They looked like they were consuming something I probably shouldn't have shown on video. At least he seemed friendly enough, but it's usually best just to kind of keep walking when people engaging in that sort of behavior start talking to you. And I am right around the corner from the repair and run. And I'm a few minutes early. There's Mountain Equipment Co-op again. So I hope you enjoyed this one, walking along Queen West and through Graffiti Alley and part of Richmond Street and some other random laneways. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and if you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there's now a super thanks button appearing below these videos if you wish to say thanks that way. It looks like there's quite a few people inside. All right, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.